Yo, what is up? The Bretagne Panther is on sale, tier 6 premium medium tank, and I thought I'd do a video on this tank. I've actually never ever played this tank, although I've owned it forever. We are in Live Oaks. I'm checking behind me to see who's following me onto the bridge and down the 90 line, just to see if I have any support. Looks like I have some support. I've put turbos on this tank to get it to speed up a little bit. Maybe I could get there before the enemies do, and maybe with the speed and agility I can own the enemies that way. But anyway, this tank has a little bit of history. This is of course one of the tanks that was put together IRL by Wargaming. Wargaming sponsored this tank and kind of rebuilt this tank from scrap parts or something like that, and put it back together. Apparently this tank was an abandoned tank, that was caked in ice or something, got stuck in ice, and the French resistance managed to get hold of this tank sometime in, I don't know, 1944, sometime close to the end of the World War II, and they managed to get hold of this tank, put it back together, and then they cannibalized some parts from other Panther tanks and then made it a French resistance tank. So that's the history of the Bretagne Panther, and and it's on sale. So I thought I'd do a video on it, and we are pushed right up on the 90 line in Live Oaks. I don't want to go any further because if you take the position of where the Super Hellcat is, or the Hellcat next to me, it is really poor position because you're gonna get sniped from those enemies that are in the Bravo 0 or Alpha 0 line, right in the top corner on the right hand side, because those guys are spotting us. You could easily, he's lost a little bit of HP already. You can see the Hellcat and the T-34-85M already lose some HP because those guys, they're spotting those guys, and guys at the back are just pummeling them. So what I'm doing here is trying to go up the waterline and try to spot the enemies from this side. I have a mobile tank, I have view range, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. You know what, I could have been a lot more aggressive playing this tank, but this is my first game and first time playing this tank, so I did not know exactly how aggressive I could become. This 88 here, I couldn't pen him on the side there, I don't know why, and then now I'm trying to shoot. I have no idea how to play against an 88. Someone please leave a comment below, tell me how do I fight this tank. I'm trying to shoot the cupola, but the cupola doesn't seem to be a weak spot, so I'm just trying to hit that, and I hit it twice and I did not pen it twice even with APCR shells, and that 88 is definitely slowing me down. Don't know what I can do here. We are winning this game quickly and I am not doing enough damage, and I'm not doing enough spotting damage. I can't go forward because the 88 is slowing me down. Again, I'm trying to hit that weak spot. Is it even a weak spot? Now I'm trying to look for the, looks like I got the upper plate there. I'll try to hit it again, but I bounced it the second time. What am I supposed to do with this 88 here? Man, I need to find out more information about the 88 and how I can overcome that 88. Where are the weak spots on the 88? I am not very experienced with that 88. So, and I take a big hit here from a GW Panther, 284 damage. This is a tier 7 matchup, I mean a tier 6 tank, but what I can say is I feel like, even though this is my first game, I feel like this Panther is kind of competitive. It's kind of good. The reload time is 4.03 seconds. I have it on 3.77 seconds because I'm running food and I have BIA crew, and because of that I feel like I do not need to run a rammer in this tank. I need more gun stabilization if I could, but I can't put on a vertical stabilizer. This thing only takes an IRM, so I'll have to do with an IRM. And yeah, I suppose if I was able to stack an IRM and a vertical stabilizer, it would make this tank really kind of like bordering on OP. It is already fairly strong at the moment at its current configuration. I put the turbo on there because it makes it play a bit like a light tank, kind of like a light tank, medium tank. Yes, it does need a little bit of handicapping, so it makes sense that you can't put a vertical stabilizer on it, otherwise it will make this tank super strong. The aim time, you can see it is a little bit slow, and just as well, because if it was aiming a lot quicker, then it would make this tank kind of super strong. It is already pretty strong, to be honest with you. It has 150 penetration on the standard shells. Premium shells have 194 penetration. If you are, if you need to make credits on this tank, yes, you could fire just standard shells in a tier 6 kind of matchup, but in a tier 7 kind of matchup, I think firing premium shells, it's a lot better. It kind of secures your win a lot better. And here we are on my third game. This is not my second game, my third game. This is in what's the name of this map? China Asia map, or whatever you want to call it. I'm using my turbo and mobility, my speed, to get me down to the K1 line, the K line, the one line, the K line. Try to get there as quick as possible. I am expecting one of the light tanks to be here, either the T52 or the VK, which is why I am aimed in right now. T52 is spotted, he's in the middle of the map, so the only light tank that would be here, if it was here, would be that VK 105 with the derp gun, so I need to be a little bit careful. I am pre-aimed. I am expecting him here, but instead he showed up in the middle of the map again, together with that T52. So no light tanks on this side. So what I'm going to do is just kind of peek here slightly, angle my tank a little bit so that I'm going to be difficult to pen and difficult to hit, and I'm going to pre-aim here for any tank that is going to come up and fight me against this corner. Looks like it's a T3485. He fires and misses. I'll poke again, get a second shot in. You notice I pulled my trigger there without the tank being fully aimed, and you just have to shoot your load even without it being fully aimed. That's just the nature of this tank. Because the aim time is 2.21 seconds, you're not going to hit all your shots there. As you can see, even though I was kind of fully aimed there, didn't make my shots, so you're going to miss a bunch of your shots with this tank. That's just the nature of the the combination of the dispersion, the moving dispersion, and the aim time. One of the weaknesses of this tank, again, the moving dispersion is 0.20. It makes the your aim just a little bit weaker. So even though you reload really quickly, it's going to be a little bit of a handicap, your dispersion. You're not going to make all your shots, but you make it up because you are going to be firing a lot quicker. So just keep your gun firing all the time, and you're good to go. This is my setup. I'm going to use optics. I'm going to use the IRM and the turbo to get me where I need to go. In the first game, you saw me there, didn't do a lot of damage, 1800 or whatever damage, but I did also, because of my optics, get about another 1800 of residual damage or assisted damage. So the optics, I think this combination works well for me. What am I doing right now? I am actually running away because there's not much action going down on the K line. If I keep pushing forward down on the K line, I'd have to fight the ARL-44 and then a bunch of tanks who are not spotted. If I push the ARL-44, I could have been fighting some tank destroyers at the back and could have got myself killed. Instead, I used my instincts here, and just as well, I made my way back to the base because I had a feeling that we were going to lose the base, and that T-52 made his way right up to the back here. try to finish off that Dicker. I'm going to auto aim and finish off that T-52, and then I'm going to defend the base here. We are down by 2 tanks and a little bit of HP, but I'm primed in a good position here to defend the base. I am hull down. These guys are trying to gather up and try to take over the base, but I am here in a hull down position. I have a little bit of turret armor, not enough turret armor to avoid that Nash horn, but I have a little bit of hard cover, so I'm going to use it to try and hold on here. Hopefully my teammates will come and help me out here. Looks like this SU-100, he's given up a little bit of his HP so that he can get one shot on me. I need to back off. We are down by 4 tanks. I'm the only guy defending the base, but I have some teammates here that are backing me up right now. The Hummel, the Nashorn, and the Churchill are now here to help me out a little bit, and we are clawing back a little bit now. The SU-100, 300 plus damage he did on me, so I need to be careful. I could take one more hit from him. He's disappeared, but what you need to do to re-spot him is just to use the hard cover here a little bit. Use your gun mantlet, point your gun to the sky, drive forward a little bit, and you'll be able to spot out that SU-100. He is 10 feet away from me, and I managed to hit the ground for some reason, but he fired off and he does not have good gun dispersion, and he hit the ground, which gives me the opportunity to just finish him off. Now I just need to kill off the STRV. Again, poor moving dispersion, poor gun dispersion made me hit the ground, but I reload fast enough to finish off that STRV-2, and just like that, I think I single-handedly turned around the game and helped my team win, and I also did for myself 2.3k damage so far, and although I did not get any kind of assisted damage, I think only 260 assisted damage, but that's okay. I did a lot of damage for myself. Fired a shot there on that ARL 44, but managed to hit the ground again. That poor dispersion and poor moving dispersion. Again, I'm going to miss this shot, hit the ground again. That's just the nature of this tank. You can't be upset. You have to take the positives, which are fast firing gun, but kind of poor accuracy and unreliable. Sometimes your pixel shots, you're going to hit the ground instead of hitting the tank, but that's just the nature of this tank. That's too bad. Only the M44 tank SPG left in the game. I'm going to try and hunt him down. It's either me or the VK that will discover him. I will try to use my speed and try to get there, but unfortunately it looks like he's all the way back there, and it looks like that VK is gonna get the last kill on this tank, the SPG. I got about 2,500 damage for myself, a little bit of I blocked a little bit, 150 worth of damage, and did 280 damage. Here again, this is the result of the first game. 1,800 damage and 1,400 spotting damage in the first game, which is that optics and that turbo, putting that to good use. And this was the result of the second game. Only did pure damage 2,492 and a little bit of spotting damage. Hope you enjoyed this video, and pretty cheap tank to get for a tier 6 premium tank. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next one. Bye bye.